Good morning, students. Today, let us see scanning. Now, scanning is a phase of information gathering in which attacker gather more advanced information about the target, like open ports and services running, operating system of the target, etc. Actually, now we are gathering the information, right? Once the detailed collection of the information is done, what you do, we mapped our gathered information to attackable IP addresses. That is step one. So information gathering is very important in scanning. First you should understand and you should gather the information and you should map it to the attackable IP address. Next, in step 2, we'll map this IP address to open ports and services. Right. Now, then what we should do is we should determine if the system is alive or not. Right. Then you should port scan the system. Now you are supposed to know the port number and its respective service. Like port number 20 is FTP data transfer. Port number 21 is FTP control. Port number 22 is SSH. Port number 23 is Telnet. Port number 25 is SMTP. Port number 53 is DNS. Port number 80 is HTTP. Port number 443 is HTTPS. Then we should scan the system for vulnerabilities. That is, you are supposed to identify the weakness of the system. Thereby, we can attack the system. Next, the basics of scanning has connectivity of host and port scanning, right? So, as I said to you in the definition of scanning, first we should check whether the host is alive or not. Ping command is used only if the host is up, attacker can further perform the exploits. Next, port scanning. Port scanning is used to check for open ports and services running on them. Sometimes there are many ports open on the target system and some vulnerable services are running over them. It becomes easy to exploit into the target system if we can list the vulnerable ports. So if suppose already somebody have started attacking, so it will be easy for us to make an attack, right? So that's you should know the port scanning, that it becomes easy to exploit into target system if we can list the vulnerable ports. Next, basic techniques of scanning. The first one is ping sweep. Now, it is scanning a range of IP addresses one by one to check whether the target IP is live or not. In this technique, a range of IP address is defined in the same ping command, right? Like ping 123.43.23.545/24. The whole range of IP address is scanned until or unless live target is found. This technique is mainly used when there is no specified target and hence targets the whole network to get the live target. So first you should know the live target. So that is done in ping sweep. Second is TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. It contains flag. Sniffing into the TCP flags can provide information to a greater extent. Right, under this we have SYN, that is synchronize. It initiates the connection between the two systems. Next, finish indicates the transmission is finished. ACK, acknowledgement, it will establish the connection. RST, reset, used for resetting the connection established. Urgent, gives packet a priority to process immediately. Then PSH, push, instructs the target to respond with buffer data immediately. Now, next is three-way handshake mechanism. Here, it is used for successful transmission of information or successful connection establishment. Right? So that is your three-way handshake mechanism. You are sure that there is perfect connection between the source and the destination. Next, there are even various other methods in scanning. So the first one is full scan. So full TCP connection is established between the attacker and the target. If the port is open, then only connection will be established. If the port is closed, target becomes unreachable. So you should know the port. Okay. Next, IDLE scan. In the idle scan, attacker performs scanning without sending a single packet from own IP address to the target. Zombies are used in idle scan. Attacker spoofs the IP ID of the zombie system and SYN acknowledgement packets by the target are received by the zombie system. Zombie system replies with the RST packet. Next is your half open scan. Here full TCP connection is not established, right? Attacker sends that synchronize. packet to initiate the connection. If the target responds back with ACK, then attacker consider the target is listening. If the target replies back with RST packet, then target is not open or listening. The next is XMAS scan. XMAS scan don't work against any versions of Windows. If tested on Windows machine, it lists all the ports as closed. XMAS scan works only if the standard of TCP IP implementation is used, which is based on RFC 793. Next one is ICMP Echo Scan. It is used to check whether all the hosts in the target system are live or not by pinging them all. ICMP Echo itself is not a port scanning technique directly. The last one is UDP scan. UDP doesn't contain any flag, so what a TCP does, UDP don't do it. Okay. Though it don't contain any packet, UDP is simple, but at the same time it is difficult to perform scan, right? Now, how this port scanning can be done. Now, let us see the port scanning using Nmap. Right. Now, what is an Nmap? Nmap is a powerful network mapping tool. It is mainly used to perform port scanning and operating system fingerprinting. So, I repeat once again, Nmap is a powerful network mapping tool. Right. It is mainly used to perform port scanning and OS fingerprinting. Okay, now let us start. Now you open the Kali Linux terminal and type nmap-h. Okay, now first step is after you open the Kali Linux terminal, right? You should type if config, right? Then you should know the Ethernet interface type. So ETH0. Then open new terminal and type nmap-h, right? It will open your help screen. Now name command structure, that is give nmap, scan type, target specification. Right. For example, we will have nmap-st target for TCP scan. Next, to check how nmap works, right? We are using Etherep and Wireshark. So to install the Etherep, open the new terminal and type this apt-get install Etherep. Now type Wireshark in another terminal and click start capturing. Open a terminal, type Etherep. Once the packet starts exchanging, the network traffic will be illustrated in the Etherep. Nmap will list all the ports open, and this information is used to exploit the vulnerable ports. Once the vulnerable ports is identified, we can easily hack and we can easily attack the system. Thank you, students.